Coastal communities of northeastern India and Bangladesh are assessing the damage from Cyclone Amphan. At one point, it was the most powerful storm ever recorded in the Bay of Bengal. It was the equivalent of a Category 5 hurricane, but by the time Amphan made landfall on Wednesday, it had weakened to Category 2 status with sustained wind speeds of 105 miles per hour. Still, its storm surge brought flooding to coastal areas, and water and debris have made it difficult for rescuers to get to survivors. The cyclone killed at least 80 people and destroyed the homes of thousands more. And even though an estimated 3 million were evacuated in India and Bangladesh before the storm arrived, that in itself brought an additional challenge of keeping them separated in shelters because of the threat of coronavirus. Globally, health officials say more than 5 million people have now tested positive for the disease, and while most of them have or will recover, more than 300,000 deaths have been blamed on COVID-19 throughout the world. No
Hello, you're watching BBC World News. I'm David Eads, and these are the headlines. China's political leaders are attending the National People's Congress in Beijing. This was due to take place in March, was postponed because of the coronavirus pandemic. One controversial new security law for Hong Kong is expected to be voted through. Pro-democracy activists and politicians in Hong Kong have taken to the streets. They say that this new law could mean the end of the region's autonomy. The legislation could see demonstrators charged with treason. The son of the murdered Saudi journalist Jamal Khashoggi says the family's forgiven his killers. Salah Khashoggi's father, a critic of the Saudi authorities, was dismembered inside the kingdom's consulate in Istanbul in 2018. A team of UK scientists think they've identified a coronavirus treatment using cells from our own bone marrow to fight the virus.
This is AP News Minute. The Georgia man who videotaped the shooting death of Ahmaud Arbery is now under arrest. The Georgia Bureau of Investigation says William Bryan faces charges including felony murder. The FBI is calling a shooting at a naval air station in Corpus Christi, Texas, terrorism-related. The Thursday morning attack injured one sailor. The gunman is dead. President Trump toured a Michigan Ford factory that now makes ventilators. He wore no mask despite a state law requiring one. Michigan's Attorney General says the president may not be allowed back into enclosed facilities in the state. Authorities in central Michigan say it could take days for the region's massive floods to recede. There's also concern that flooding could dislodge toxic chemicals that were dumped decades ago. Ed Donahue, The Associated Press, with AP News Minute.